Dak Prescott has almost an 11-inch hand.
He does?
It was like 10 and 3/4. It was some obscene size. And then all I kept thinking of, because Cam Newton was on there, and Cam Newton's hands were over. No, they were over 9. They were like 9.5.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
for his size, though, it's...
Yeah, because I went back to that Dan and Oikos commercial where he's holding the cup of yogurt, and it looks like he's holding a bowling ball in his hand because his hands are so tiny.
Speaking of former Patriots, Jimmy Garoppolo. That's... I sent the message. I mean, I sent you the comment in the message board. Last time they gave an Italian that much money, he got arrested. $42.6 million, I think, the first year.
Crazy, isn't it? For 7 career starts.
7.
Undefeated.
I can't believe that. I mean, with the Lynch tweet out, like, when you either have your guy or you're looking for your guy, and we think we found our guy. And I'm like, okay. What about 100? Like, how is he... let me backtrack off that. How are you even going to give him $100 million?
Well, look at it this way.
I don't understand.
He was a free agent, so you put Garoppolo and Cousins both on the market. What GM's going to want to pay who the most money? I mean, you take a chance. You know what Cousins is, right? He's you know what he is.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a mystery about Garoppolo, but from the little bit you've seen, you'd want him on your team, right? That's the thought process. However, you have to look at, well, Kyle Shanahan runs that offense. So look at what Shanahan did with Cousins. He's Shanahan's centerpiece to both Cousins and Garoppolo getting paid.
Yeah.
He's centerpiece to both of them. Because everybody says, oh, Cousins had a down year this year. Well, Shanahan left. Oh, look at Garoppolo. He lit it up when he started.
I think that was more McVay than Shanahan, though.
Sure.
But look,
Cousins. But you could say the same thing about Goff. If Goff were a free agent, what kind of money would he be getting? Right?
That's true.
So I think if GMs had a choice between Cousins and Garoppolo right now, same money. Let's say they're both the exact same contract. You're taking Garoppolo.
Younger, higher ceiling.
I guess.
That's why.
Yeah. There's that stupid P word. Potential.
You hate that word.
I hate the word potential.
But it plays in so many... Guys keep their jobs because of that.
I know. That's why first-round picks that buzz out keep getting invited back to different camps, you know?
Well,
That's what happens.
The only place Jamarcus Russell got invited to was Cheesecake Factory recently. So, no, but you want to take a look at it. You want to take a look at it. The San Francisco 49ers, we talked about it last week. They're going with the model that we agree that it's like the most successful. You get your GM in place, then he gets his coach, then you get your quarterback.
Yep.
Okay, so they went by that structure. Yep. Okay? So that's Lynch saying, listen, you guys are going to be here for a while. Yep. All right? I'll get you all the little parts around you that you're going to need, but you guys have to be the straw that stirs the drink here.
Yeah, no wide receivers, no running backs, right?
Mm-mm.
A linebacking group of just guys, right? They've got San Francisco's got a lot of problems. But Lynch did nothing but put young guys on the team and just said, go earn a spot.
That defense is scary, though.
It is.
It is a very scary, young and talented. Probably the NFC version of Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're fast.
Oh my God.
Just fast.
You got Foster there. You got Armstead. You got DeForest Buckner. You got Solomon Thomas.
They got such a deal on Solomon Thomas in the draft.
God. But yeah, what they're doing there is, they got a lot of young talent there. What did they pick this year? 6th? 7th?
Yeah, Jimmy G really screwed that one up for him. They were cruising to a top spot, and I think they fell out of the top 5.
Okay. But you got a top 10 pick. You got your quarterback, essentially. Yeah. Your offensive coordinator, who lit up, who's And, that could be one of those things where the game against Jacksonville, seeing how Brady performed against Jacksonville versus how Garoppolo performed against Jacksonville, could be one of those things. Wow, look at what the heir apparent, or supposedly the heir apparent, did to Jacksonville.
I just don't get it.
I don't. That's like going on in the middle of a first date and saying, "Hey, do you want to get married?" It's a little quick.
Yeah, you're right. Later. The Garoppolo thing really bothers me, though. It still really bothers me. And here's why.
Did it mess up the market?
Yeah. But, I mean, the Stafford contract messed up the market. From a salary standpoint, you don't think that Rodgers is looking at that or Roethlisberger's looking at that, because these guys are all set to get paid next year. A lot of their contracts are up next year. So what is that going to do to the market? The quarterback market's going to explode.
This is the second time that the San Francisco 49ers have done that.
Yeah, they did it with Cap.
They did it with Cap, and then because Wilson was coming up the following year.
Yep.
And they were like, all right, well, this is how we're going to compete with San Francisco, is we're going to drive up the price of their quarterback. Because we could take the hit right now, they can't. So
that's really interesting. Looking at the quarterback contracts just in the division.
You got Wilson, you got Goff.
Okay, so Goff's not on.
And there's nobody in Arizona yet.
Okay, all right, so the contract. I mean, you lock down your guy when you think you found him. I mean, that's San Francisco's been aggressive. You certainly can't say they haven't been.
Yeah, but what was Jimmy coming to the table with? Like, I'm gonna leave unless you give me $140 million.
Yeah.
Like, really? Are you serious right now?
Why not?
Who else was going to pay him that?
San Francisco's not in a position. It doesn't matter who's willing to pay him that. It really doesn't. It depends on how liquid can San Francisco be. Yes, they've been aggressive filling their roster and making moves that they think are there to win, but they've wanted Jimmy G since Lynch came into that front office, and he knew it.
They had $116 million underneath the cap, at least when I checked it last. So the $42 million hit for next year, they still have $74 million they can play with. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. Smart move. Just take the hit now. The Raiders did that. Remember when the Raiders were in all sorts of cap jail when Reggie McKenzie came in, and they took a $50 million hit in 1 year.
Right on the chin.
Right, just $50 million. They could have spread it out. No, they took it all at once.
That's of your philosophy as well, right?
Yeah, just deal with it. I'm of the mindset that you just deal with it. And San Francisco front loads a contract to get Jimmy G as much money as they can instead of a huge signing bonus. Good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Well, here's the thing. We talked about it, and I'm gonna help. You have to help me with the numbers here. When Buffalo signed Mario Williams,
yes,
it was, what was it, 5 years, $100 million?
Yeah,
something like that.
It was the first $100 million contract in the NFL.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know Vic had one around that time, but it wasn't really $100 million.
Yeah. But
Mario's was like a legit,
because of how long the Bills had him. It ended up transferring over to like a 3-year, $66 million.
Right, and actually the way that it worked was, and it was kind of cool because the salary increase that you saw every year for Mario Williams was mirrored the cap increase. So it cost you the same amount of money every year because the cap would go up, but Mario Williams' contract would effectively stay the same. Oh my God, I'm just about to have a moment. All right. Doesn't matter how old I get, they still stay the same. But that's what happens, right? So every year that the contract went up, it didn't really matter because the cap was going up too. And basically what it went up per year is what Mario Williams costs. So basically it costs you about the same every year against the cap.
I should be driving a Lincoln right now. No, but the point I was trying to get to was like, okay, you said, okay, they initially signed Mario Williams to 5 years, $100 million, but it ended up transferring over to 3 years, $66 million. Yep. At his age at the time, if you would have asked any Bills fan, Williams signs 3 years, $60 million deal, anyone would have taken that.
Absolutely.
In the league, anyone.
Absolutely.
So as far as transferring that over to Jimmy G, it's $137 million for 5 years, correct? But the first year, $42 million comes off. So if you're saying, you know, would you take Jimmy Garoppolo now 4 years, $95 million?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just if you ask that first year, I know that sounds silly, but that's why it's front loaded. Yeah,
it's all accounting.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Is they're just making it they're making that contract look better in later years, which is a great move. I mean, you have the space. Go ahead. You have an absurd amount of space. Go ahead. Why not? You can do it. Do it.